Jen. I looked at Mackenzie Howard, and overall, these do look good. They look really good. There's a couple things I did notice though, so I want to go over those with you. Um, First thing is now, if these are part of a 12 by 12, which looks like they all are. So in most cases, if it's to be a small print, you don't have to worry about this, but I just want to touch on it. So if you see right here, we have kind of some acne and stuff going on. So I'm just going to go in first. I made a new layer, go with my spot healing tool. I'm just going to kind of clean this all up a little bit. And I know with freckles, kids with freckles, it's hard to tell what's freckles and what's a blemish. But, so I understand erring on the side of caution totally. But I'm just going to clean this up a little bit more. So I just did some spot healing tool. And I'm going to go with the brush tool. So I'm going to create a new layer. Hardness, I want it at 0. It is not the brush tool. Hang on 1 second, I'm so sorry. This is the spot healing tool. I want the brush tool. My hardness is at 0. Opacity of 25%, float 50%. So I'm just going to sample the color and just brush over a little bit. We don't want to make them look like, a mannequin, but you get the idea. So I'm going to merge these two layers now because they're all one piece. It'll be easier for me to show you the before and after on it too. So if I hit this, turn off the layer, you can see the before. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Before and after. So there you go. So that cleans up a little bit. The other thing I want to show you is something I don't think I've shown you before. It's dealing with this redness here with kids with freckles. A lot of times they'll have redness in their skin, and I like to kind of tone that down a little bit, and I'll show you how to do that. We're going to select the lasso tool. I put my feathering here at 10%, and we're just going to draw around the redness. It does not have to be perfect and exact. I mean, there are minor differences in skin tone, which is fine, but like I said, this redness to me stands out, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to deal with that. So there's our selection. We're going to copy and paste it to make it a new layer. So I like keyboard shortcuts. I'm hitting Command C, Command V. You could just go up in the edit here if you prefer to do that. I know you know all this already, but then I'm going to check to see what my layer looks like. So that's our layer. That's what we're going to be changing the color of. So from here, I make sure that this layer is still connected, and I use the hue and saturation. So I use Command U to bring up that window. Now, we want to make this less red and more green, right? So naturally, you would think you'd want to move the hue toward the green. Not the case. It seems weird to me, but it seems counterintuitive to me, but that's not what we do. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to this is selected, so I'm just going to use the arrow keys on my keyboard to just kind of bump this up a little bit. And you'll see how the redness starts to change. Kind of see how the redness went away. This might be a little too green, but you can see the difference there. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit, maybe there. Just pull some of that redness out. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, like, no redness at all. But when you move back, kind of see how the skin tones blend together a little more. So again, I'm just going to merge my layers, or you can just flatten it. And we'll save it. And that's all there is to it. So thanks for watching.